What if GOAT James got drafted by Chicago in '84? Red jersey, big stage, he was built for war. Hand check error, no space, still crashing the floor. Too strong, too smart, he be stacking up more. East was a cage match, Pistons throwing elbows, but he playing chess while they just swinging metal. Point forward vision, make the whole team better. Fast break, freight train, paint pressure with leverage. Give him defense on wings, now the dynasty set. Every spring is finals, yeah, you know what's next. He ain't got 100 shots, he'll carve up the net. Then close fourth quarters like remember this set. So how many rings? Let's be honest, no games. In that bull system, it's banners and flames. GJK study, run the tape, let it bang. What if GOAT James was the pick? Man, change the whole frame.
Welcome to GOAT James Kingdom, where basketball lives forever. Here in GOAT James Kingdom, we attack the GOAT debate head on, where we challenge all Michael Jordan fans and all LeBron detractors to who is the GOAT of basketball. You can catch us every Sunday noon Eastern Time, right here on the GOAT James Kingdom channel, for the GOAT James Kingdom show with B. Lee and A. Johnny. Also, we go live Friday nights with the Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer, where you catch special shows and content as a GOAT James Kingdom follower and subscriber. Also, check out the GOAT James Kingdom membership, where you can get exclusive content.
They said the crown was settled, but we came to rewrite. B. Lee with the blueprint of Johnny bringing the fight. Lebron with the vision, no gimmicks, just facts. GOAT James Kingdom put the whole game on his back. Built like a fortress from the haters we fed. A Johnny with the flame while B. Lee stay ahead. Dropping Olympic gold in 40-point nights. 2012 done, had the world in fright. Skip the nostalgia, we talking data and war. Got receipts for the lies y'all been praising before. From Cleveland to Miami to the Lake Show Rise, finals MVPs rain down from the sky. This ain't opinion, this verses got math. When B. Lee speak numbers and a Johnny bring wrath. We got songs for the truth, hooks for the pain. Every bar built to echo LeBron's reign. Paul's way. Oh, boom. Wait, April? Let's get it. Ha, ha.
Peace and blessings, y'all. Peace and blessings. Welcome to another GOAT James Kingdom show with B. Lee and A. Johnny. Y'all know what it is, man. It's Sunday noon Eastern time. It's time to do the Lord's work. Y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't be afraid to be a member of the channel. Also, check out all the other things that we do here on our platform and other platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. We are all over the place. Again, I'm A. Johnny the Exposer. Peace and blessings to y'all. And I'm here, obviously, with my partner, B. Lee. What's good, Brandon?
What is good, everybody?
All right, man. So we're here to have some fun, man. You know, there's always a lot going on in basketball, man. And, you know, here they always get mad at us because we attack the GOAT debate head on. And recently, Isaiah Thomas can't help himself, right? Every time they got to ask him about the GOAT debate, right? So recently,
they ask him about it, and they get mad with his answer.
Right? Why you gonna ask the man every time about the GOAT debate? Ask him everything about Michael Jordan, they get mad on his take on Michael Jordan. But recently they had
to. That's what it is. They just hoping it changes.
But they had to ask him about Kevin Durant passing Michael Jordan in scoring, right? They had to ask him that. Like, Kevin Durant did reach a milestone. Like, people don't understand these things mean something, right? People act like it don't, but it do, right? So they had to ask him, yo, what does this mean? And he basically was like, listen, man, I had to tell Kevin Durant, bro, if you played in Jordan's era and you had the responsibilities that Jordan had in that triangle with that team and that structure, you would have won 6 championships too. And you got to ask yourself, why is he having to tell Kevin Durant this? And that's because Kevin Durant be zesty and glazing Jordan and trying to
They
keep
are.
Jordan on this pedestal.
I
Hmm.
think they just respect Jordan so much that they don't want to sound disrespectful. So just like I remember one time Kevin Durant said Jordan averaged like 40. Like, dude, you could barely average 30 and you're a better offensive player than Jordan, better shooter, more skilled. Like, why are you degrading yourself because of Michael Jordan? What is this thing that you have to give him the ultimate respect all the time? They don't
And
do that to
what's
anybody else.
and what's disrespectful about your scoring? What's disrespectful, right?
I
What's
mean,
so disrespectful?
the only person who gives appropriate respect is LeBron James, but he's gonna say he's better than Jordan too. Like, I'm better than Jordan. Like, Jordan was
But what?
amazing. I grew up loving Jordan.
But Kobe said he was better than Jordan. Nobody had a problem with that.
You
Like
know,
nobody.
you know what's so funny? Like, they don't say Kobe could average 40 points today or a 40-point triple double. They don't say that about Kobe.
Of course, they can't say that because they know Kobe can't.
But what they said about Jordan, that's the funny thing about it.
Oh my. And no, but that's the funny thing. How come Jordan? Because this is funny. The other day we had this conversation, obviously on the TikTok Takeover Live, and this dude Peter said that we're taking Kevin Durant, who has a chopper, and dropping him in the 1800s, right? And he wouldn't have a chopper, he would have a musket. But somehow Jordan has the musket, and that musket is gonna be just as effective as the chopper is the chopper today. If you put the chopper today, if you put Jordan with a musket, like how can Jordan average 40? What is Jordan gonna be better at the game of basketball that's gonna make him average 40? He's not doing that, bro. He's just not.
It's a
And
double.
then they say we have to have seen
It's,
him play.
yeah.
If we
Oh,
seen him play, we
we
would know
seen it.
why.
We
Like,
seen it.
that's
What's
what we're
good,
saying. We
John?
seen him and we don't know why.
What's good, John? My bad, man. My apologies, man. It's my apologies
It's
again.
all,
It's
it's
my
all good. It's all
responsibility.
good.
It's
It's all
always
good.
my apologies, man.
Y'all was cooking.
My
Y'all was cooking. Y'all was cooking. So ain't no interruption on that. Y'all was cooking.
Yeah, yeah, man. No, I'm talking about the late invite, brother. I apologize, man. My
Oh no, it's all
apologies,
good.
man.
It's all
I
good.
got caught up. I got caught up trying to just meditate and get ready for today's show because I know we're gonna get Zesties upset. Because we about to talk about LeBron James winning 8 to 10 championships in Jordan's era. That's what we about to talk about, and they gonna
I
hate
mean,
this.
like, it's
Like
hard for me to say he'll win like 8 titles in that era because I don't. I think he will probably have won his second or third year and never lose again to like
no, Brandon,
2000.
that was what I was about to say. I think LeBron would have won earlier. It wouldn't have took into the '90s for LeBron to start winning. He would have
Like,
won
Oh
in the
my
'80s.
like
God,
we
man! Don't
literally
do this,
watched Michael
man! Don't
Jordan
do
play versus
this.
the Pistons, and all he was doing is shooting jumpers. It's this. They made up this lie, this myth that all he did was get choked out, and it's
He
just
didn't.
not true.
It's not true.
John, you
No,
think LeBron
that
loses
we know
to
it's not true.
3 years in a row? Three. I'm not saying he don't lose them. The 3 years in a row.
So
He's not
same thing,
losing to
same
them.
strategy.
He's not losing to them.
You don't
He's
think he
not
lose to them at
losing.
all?
And from first of all, in his rookie season, LeBron's not the seventh seed. In a 23 league team, he is not the seventh seed his rookie year. I just watched it, and that's another thing too. What's the question? Because is LeBron being drafted at 21 or 18?
It
If
got to
it's
be.
at 21, it's not fair.
Because that's what I was saying. Because we do that. Because remember, LeBron averaged 30 at 21 in the dead ball era. So what is he going to do in the 1985 NBA at 21 years old? We can go look at the teams that were in the East. Y'all go show me why there were six better teams than Michael Jordan in 1988.
I mean, there was definitely six better teams because Michael
LeBron,
Jordan he didn't
LeBron,
know how to elevate his team at that time. So it's
At no
obvious
time,
why it
at no
was.
time, at no time. What time? What time he elevate anybody? At what time did Michael Jordan elevate anybody?
at 21, LeBron probably between 260, 270. He's probably the fastest player and the biggest player in the league in the
I don't
80s.
think it's a probably at all. it was like
He said, no, ain't no
it's,
probabilities here. Ain't no
look at what he's
probabilities.
doing now at 41. He's top 10 in that alone at 41. Like the dude is not real.
Hey,
But
let's leave him with that Cleveland team that they had.
it doesn't really
No,
matter
no,
what team he had. He would just be unstoppable.
Man, come on.
that's just facts. If you put, especially put him at 21, especially if you put him at 21 years old in 1985, first of all, they probably don't need to draft Pippen, which is why I don't want to go that route. I
They
just want to go
probably
to what
wouldn't be
age he
able
was
to.
drafted.
They wouldn't be able
No,
to.
but we're gonna go. But we're gonna go with the scenario that everything happened the way it is. Forget the wins and losses in this scenario. Because again, like I said, he's not facing Boston Celtics in the first round in 1986 because he's not having a hurt foot. He's not breaking his foot. So he's definitely going to be playing in 86. They're not going to be the eighth seed in 86. They're not going to be the eighth seed in 87. And then if that's the case, like you said, they don't get the Horace Grant and the Scottie Pippen. They don't get the Brad Sellers, the Charles Oakleys. They don't get those guys. If we do
I,
it like that.
they
They
don't.
do get Brad Sellers though. That Brad Sellers came after Jordan's rookie year, right?
They
Two
probably
years.
get.
Was
Two
it 2 years?
years. Yeah, 2 years. Oakley came the second year,
Yeah, I know
and
Oakley
then
didn't say. I was just trying to think
yeah,
of Brad Sellers. Yeah, because they don't get Pippen because LeBron won 40 plus games after that, regardless.
I mean, again, I'm just trying to figure out how is
But
LeBron James
but
not gonna win?
to be honest with you, it don't really matter about that. They have Jerry Krause. That's the main thing. They have Jerry Krause, a guy
They
who
have
wants to
Jerry.
win.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
That is true. He's gonna be able to draft correctly. He is
And
gonna be able to
LeBron
draft
doesn't
correctly.
disrespect Jerry Krause.
LeBron doesn't disrespect who?
Jerry Krause.
Yeah, they don't get into no beef.
Because part of the reason they traded Oakley is because Jerry Krause was trying to show Jordan, well, I can't trade you, but I can trade your best friend. So,
Well, no, the real reason they traded Oakley was they got a good deal in getting a Bill Cartwright, which was going to be more instrumental.
I,
You already got a Horace Grant.
that's why I said part of the reason. It wasn't the whole reason, but it was part of the reason. I wanted to show you I can trade your best friend. That's your best friend? Okay, because y'all talking mess about me on this bus. Okay, watch this. He gone.
Yeah, that's how they do it. But I mean, again, and we can go back and look at it if people want to really, have this discussion. Because again, I would like to know how LeBron James isn't. He has the ability to do whatever Michael Jordan was doing, especially in 1985, 86, 87, 88, and 89. The entire 80s, there was nothing Jordan was doing that was so special that LeBron James could not do.
I mean, just look at what LeBron James did in 2007. What team, let's just say in 1988, 88, and 89 was better than those Spurs? Do we think there's a team that was better than those Spurs?
At 88.
Those
Brandon, what year you talking about?
88 and 89. I know we still have the Celtics, the Lakers, and the Pistons, but do you think any of those teams was better than that 2007 Spurs?
I think it may only be the Celtics. That late.
I mean, we could say the Lakers, but Kareem wasn't
Yeah,
the
that's what
Kareem
I'm
that we
saying.
thought he was,
Come on. So,
and they didn't have that defensive team like the Spurs. That's the only reason that slowed up the Cavs because plus they was using the same plays as the Spurs, so they made it a lot easier to defend the Cavs.
you're running the same plays, and like Robert already said, we only got to worry about one person.
Or we could look at, the Pistons that they beat in the conference finals. Like, was there a better team than that Pistons team?
Because the Pistons in '88 ain't better than that Pistons then.
Yeah, so it's a real good chance that, LeBron would have won multiple titles in the 80s.
Yeah, he's not again. He's not losing to the Detroit Pistons, and the Detroit Pistons won a championship in '89. They could have won it in '88. I don't
Because
see
the Lakers
how.
was like a run and gun team. You can't run and gun
Exactly.
with LeBron James. He's gonna outrun and gun everybody.
And they don't have enough weapons. Michael Cooper is not good enough to stop LeBron or James Worthy. The question is too: is LeBron playing small forward? Is he playing power forward? Is he going to point guard? Would he have revolutionized the game to the point to where they would have made him a point guard?
I mean, Magic was a 6'9" point guard, so I don't understand this
Well,
narrative that they was gonna make
Magic didn't start
LeBron
as
play
a point
something
guard.
else. But this is 1984. Magic was a point guard. They
Okay, you're
understand
right.
that point guards could be tall. Oscar Robertson was a big point guard. Like this weird narrative that this extra skilled player has to play a power forward is ridiculous.
So you think in '84 they start him at point guard, not say he's the point forward, but start him at the point guard
I
because of
don't
they
really
see
think
Magic.
it matters. I think he's going to bring the ball up and run the offense like he always does.
I actually think they may start him at point guard earlier because they see Magic. They actually got a prime Magic playing right there in their face.
Look at Penny. Penny was clearly a point guard his whole most of his career.
He was always a point guard.
I mean, he didn't guard him most of the time, but he brought the ball up the court and ran the offense, just like Magic.
Yeah, but Magic didn't guard the point guard either. He guarded
No.
the floor.
No. And then defensively, with you could play more physical. That's plays in LeBron's hand more than anybody.
It definitely plays in
And plus, if they giving away fake steals and fake blocks,
it. Well, maybe they don't know how. They don't have to. But they probably just give him fake steals anyway.
Well, in 1985, right, when Jordan joined the league, they had Quentin Daly, Orlando Woolridge, Steve Johnson, Dave Corzine, Sidney Green.
So George
These
Gervin
were,
came
but
in next
let's just see who guys who played the most. Yeah, Jordan Gervin came the next year, but at the end of the day, Quentin Daly averaged 23 points per game. I'm sorry, Quentin Daly averaged 16. Woolridge averaged 23 points per game. So they had some scores. And again, this is 1985. They won 38 games this year with Michael Jordan. Um,
and then the thing is, how would LeBron be? Will LeBron be the same player? Because he didn't get a chance to watch the prior players like Jordan and all the other players, Penny. But just thinking of LeBron James and how much he took from Jordan, I don't think that would be an issue at all. He doesn't need to watch Jordan play to be as great as he was, as he is.
we got others that have seen. Yeah, Dr. J. He has others. So
Well, yeah, you got Dr. J
and Magic Johnson.
and
So
Magic for a good portion, and Oscar Robertson.
yeah. So bigger, stronger, faster than everybody in the NBA. Get him that Nike deal. I mean, just guess how they pushing LeBron James compared to Michael Jordan. I don't have to lie about a 48-inch vertical because look,
Well, right now in this NBA, like I said, the Bulls won 38 games. Then the Cavaliers made the playoffs behind them at 36 wins. But then the team that had a better record than them was the Bullets at 40 wins. Let's look at who's the Bullets that's going to stop LeBron James from winning more than 38 games. So the Washington Bullets basically they had Jeff Malone. They had Jeff Malone. They had Cliff Robinson. But their real best scorer was Gus Williams. Anybody can give me any idea who good Gus Williams was? How good Gus Williams was? Averaging 20 points per game. Then they had a dude named Jeff Rullen. Rullen? Who the hell is Jeff Rullen? But he only played 37 games. But he was averaging 19 points per game. And then there's Jeff Malone averaging 19 points per game. And then there's Greg Bullard and Cliff Robinson. Rick Mahorn was on this team. Again, I don't, man. Y'all over here playing with my emotions, man. LeBron James is definitely winning more games in 1985 than this team is.
So,
There's no way.
what do you think he'll do with college? Like, how many years do you think he would go to college for?
3.
Well, he would have to at least play three.
I don't
So
see
he
how
would
to
have to
play
play at
three.
18, 19, and 20. Then
He doesn't have to.
He come out of high school
yeah,
like he
I
did.
don't.
He doesn't have to play
Yeah, I don't know if they
three
would have
years.
brought him in before that.
Well, why not?
So if he come out of high school, he's coming into the NBA in 19. Then come out of high school, he coming to the NBA in 1980, 82,
I
81.
mean, I believe Magic only played two years. Isaiah Thomas only two years. So why would LeBron have to play more when he's clearly a better player?
Moses Malone came out.
But we all know he's not
Yeah.
going
Yeah,
to
but
come out
Moses went to
of
he went
high
to the
school.
ABA first. He went- he
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
Moses
not going
went
to
to
come
the
out of
ABA first.
high school, but he's not playing no 3 years.
Which
He
a lot
may
of people thought the
he,
ABA was better.
he may be the first one and done player.
Deshaun Kip go to a
Well,
junior college, or
so
did
that
he
mean
come straight out of high school?
Sean Kemp went to
so
a
that
junior college,
mean
but you know
so that means
that's
LeBron
what the
comes in at
'90s though.
19.
That's the '90s though.
Hmm. Yeah, the 90s is different. The 90s is different.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
So
saying like
so
Isaiah
again,
Thomas came out of what 81, 82, something like that. He only played 2 years. He won a title, and then he was out.
that's interesting. So what LeBron's coming in at 19?
I mean, I would say 20 at the latest. LeBron's going to win a title, and
He
he's
come in
going
at
to step
19.
out of there.
His birthday late, Brandon. He come in at 19.
And you know what's so funny about all this, Brandon, is that people get mad at this because they're like, "Oh, this is all hypotheticals." You get zesties in the comments talking about would have, could have, should have. Isn't that what expectations are? Isn't that
I
what
mean,
being the favorite is? It's the
I
same
mean,
nonsense. It's
that's what
all
they do
hypothetical.
with the GOAT debate. They say drug average. This league is soft.
Exactly.
Every, all
Exactly.
they talk about how soft this league is. You got Trace McGrady going on and saying that the NBA is soft. That's why the players don't like them because they are soft. They make too much money. Like bunch of haters.
That's what it was. They're gonna always. The money is the center of all this. The money. It's all about the money.
I
I
don't know
don't care
why
what.
they're making great. They're making money on great money on the pension.
I mean, it shouldn't be about the money. And I'm like, why are you hating on somebody because they're making more money? I don't understand that.
If SGA making 71 a year, how much of what I made? Of course, that's what they say.
Well, that's what it is though. But because he making 71 million, you getting a good pension too. Like those guys got great retirement pension money coming to them
And
years after they played for years.
the
So I don't
crazy
know why they
part is
crying.
the current generation took care of their old generation. They made sure they got the money they were supposed to, and they pension.
Facts, facts. So I don't know what's the all the hostility. What all the hostilities for? But at the end of the day, these are all the stuff that we talk is basically hypothetical unless you talk into stats. which is exactly what happened. And y'all don't like talking stats,
Well, they
but
like talking stats. It's just like
well,
a certain player when you bring up.
just points.
Well,
What was that?
I have no idea.
But no, but honestly, in all truth, in all facts of the matter is that the conversation is how many championships LeBron James would win if he was in the same scenario Jordan was in. So we have to put him in the same scenario, no matter what
Challenge.
age it,
He
whatever
challenged
group
Bill
he.
Russell. He challenges Bill Russell. He challenges. I'm being
So,
honest. He challenges Bill Russell.
because like I
LeBron
said,
is a
huh.
bigger icon than Michael Jordan ever would have been if LeBron comes in that league. I'm sorry. I mean, you see it. It's there. It's in your face. He challenges because he wins championships early, and then he doesn't retire.
Yeah, he
And
don't retire.
guess what? You
You,
actually get
mm-hmm.
to see Michael Jordan come in 2003.
How much different will you think it'll be for Jordan?
A lot. I think he wins the championship. He doesn't go 6-0. Um, he's not allowed to jack up the shots the way he was in his era. He has to be a better all around player than just a scorer.
I mean, Jordan did play with a lot of soft players though.
That's what I'm saying. Look at the players we were naming, Gus Williams and stuff like that. Like, come on, man. Like, come on, man. We really gonna go through this, man?
You said in general, like they still act like they intimidated by Michael Jordan.
But then they're gonna be intimidated with LeBron James coming down the lane.
I, I,
Who's gonna be able to
I
stay in
just
front
hate
of
to
LeBron?
hear.
Like narrative would change, of course.
I hate to hear that everybody was mentally tough, but everybody was scared of Michael Jordan. It just doesn't
Yeah,
sound right.
it doesn't make any sense. And then, like they said, like today is so soft, and then they see Jordan. Oh, I was so terrified of Michael Jordan.
Y'all heard what Wemby said the other day. He said the noise he used to hear about the NBA before he came in is that they didn't play defense, and he was like, "These guys play defense, and they play tough defense. They strategize. They do all this." He said, "I didn't think they
It's
played
the
defense."
older generation. That's what they're doing. They're just like that's why I don't watch Inside the NBA because all they do is hate.
That's all
I
they do.
cut it on for 1 second. All I hear is Charles Barkley talk about how bad the Lakers are, how they suck, how he hope they lose. Like, how are you trying to build up the game on a platform and all you doing is disrespecting the favorite team in the NBA?
I don't worry about
Like, what's the point of
ESPN is
that?
doing their job. ESPN is doing their job. Huh? Y'all like to be on TV? Let's hold on. We gonna pay y'all, but hold on.
But the thing is, it's disrespecting the game now because you have a lot of these casual fans who just take their word as bond. So whatever they say, well, it must be soft. It must be like they didn't say that about the '90s when Dr. J and Wilt and Bill was saying that the game was watered down. It was blasphemy to say that.
Will said it was soft.
Wilt say he
Yeah,
averaged 60.
Yeah.
70, 60, 70.
He said, "You see the way they play defense? I'm gonna average 70."
Now they talk about their defense. Yeah. Oh,
That was his exact words. Like, you see how they play defense? If I was allowed to do that, I would average 70.
I mean, I don't know
I don't
why
know
they
what
be getting
foolishness.
upset at that. I really don't. It don't make sense to me. Like I said, by '87, LeBron James could have challenged the Boston Celtics or Lakers for a championship.
I mean, he could challenge him in himself. That's the problem. By himself, with four other guys on the floor, he should have a pretty good advantage.
I'm gonna be
Because
honest
As
again,
with
in
you.
plus with the ages, it's just
1987,
up and down.
yeah,
Magic
in
Johnson.
1987, The Chicago Bulls won 40 games. The Indiana Pacers won more games. The Washington Bullets again won more games. The Philadelphia 76ers with Barkley in them and old Dr. J won 45 games. LeBron James more games than all those teams. Even with the Pistons there, he's not losing to the Pistons. The Atlanta Hawks, you think? Come on, man. The Atlanta Hawks had 57 wins in 1987, bro. Oh man, like, are we really gonna go? I think I think they did put Moses Malone on the team by this time. No, it wasn't Moses Malone. It was what's his name? Tree Rollins. LeBron James is dunking all over Tree Rollins, man.
Somebody said that LeBron was Brandon Cash, of course. He was struggling against Ewan, Hakeem, and David Robinson. Vince Carter didn't have any issues with them dunking all over him.
Give an example. Who struggled against Patrick Ewing? Just give me an example. I mean, just in his era. Who struggled against Patrick Ewing?
No, let's not forget. Let's not forget. We always got the film. We stay with the film.
You think Shaq struggled?
I want to know how's Patrick Ewing going. Patrick Ewing is slow. He's going to be on the weak side. By the time you get to the strong side, LeBron's going to be in the air.
He has knee pads because he couldn't move. Why would LeBron not? Penny Hardaway dunked all over him. Scottie Pippen dunked everyone dunked all over Patrick Ewing.
Let me ask you a question. Do Anthony Mason pressure LeBron full court?
He could try. He could try as he watching him dribble the ball up the court.
I mean, something, trying is just showing effort and saying, hey, look, he in front of me. Anthony Mason couldn't even stand in front of him.
There's no way possible he could stay in front of LeBron James. And in his most athletic self, could not stay in front of LeBron James at 41.
No, they couldn't.
So it's definitely not a younger LeBron. Let's
go look at what this Knicks defense is going to be doing to stop LeBron James. Yeah, this is Michael Jordan 95 versus this one. He scored 55 versus him, so don't say we cherry pick. Let's see what LeBron James can. By this time, by 95, LeBron James already had 6-7 championships already. By 95,
remember this the year Jordan came back, so it wasn't even the full strength Michael Jordan.
No,
Ewing early in the game. Kukoc on the run.
Go ahead, you can unmute yourself. Go ahead, guys, unmute yourself. Look, LeBron can do that. Come on, man.
To New York City. These two teams
look,
could be matched
30-something LeBron. Look, John Starks. Come on. Look, Jordan can't even have to dribble. Jordan doesn't even have to dribble versus this team. He don't even have to dribble. LeBron James dominating them. What are y'all talking about? Look at this. Look, that's a dunk. That's a dunk. That's a dunk. This is a dunk. This is a dunk. LeBron is dunking this. What are you talking about? Look, again, Jordan don't have to dribble the basketball to do this. LeBron James don't have to dribble? Oh my God.
Who is that?
All three guys are great at playing.
Who's that?
Jordan.
I don't know who that's guarding him. He sucks.
That's who's going to be guarding him. And who's going to be getting torched.
He's getting torched. Look, this is a dunk. This is a dunk. That's a LeBron dunk. That's an alley dunk. Look at this whole side of the floor to himself. Look, LeBron's dunking that.
On that left shoulder.
Look at this. Look at this. That's what Patrick. Come on, man. Look, LeBron can't do this. Come on, look, break.
Jordan, pull up jumper.
Look.
That's a tough shot. He had lead of the game.
LeBron's getting to the lane. Look, this is all the way to the basket. He's dunking on Patrick Ewing right here. This is a dunk. Jordan can't even get past this man.
Continue to lead by 6 with
oh my God.
seconds to go in the quarter.
This is trash.
He hits 3. What else? But second quarter.
The WNBA three-point line. That's the WNBA. That's the WNBA three-point line, ladies and gentlemen.
Steve Kerr.
WNBA.
With that WNBA line.
Look at this. Where's this tough defense? What tough defense is this? Where's the physicality? Where's the hand checking? Look at this. Look at. Oh my God.
Where's the clothesline?
Look, no double teams. Look.
Where's the clothesline?
That's a dunk. LeBron's dunking that. A WNBA three-pointer. Break. Look. Right, this is a dunk by LeBron. LeBron's dunking this. Oh my God. What foul was that?
5 seconds.
I thought Jordan was getting clothesline in the 90s.
Oh look.
I thought they was getting music.
He said, "Wow." He said, "Look, he got to turn his back." LeBron ain't got to turn his back when he gets to the paint. LeBron's gonna dribble and dunk it.
Virtuoso here tonight.
Oh my God, where's the foul? Where's the double teams? No double. Look, this is a LeBron dunk.
Forward for the Knicks, 58.
That's a LeBron dunk on Patrick Ewing, just like Pippen used to do. Look at this. LeBron can't do this. Look at this. Go right. Go right. Get that out of here. Come on, man.
Do they not know that this dude's shooting every time? Do they not know you're shooting every time? You just
I didn't know that. Look,
Jordan.
break. Look, his legs get tired now. All free throws. It's gonna be all free throws from here on out. Look. What? Look at this. Oh, WNBA 3. WNBA 3. Look again. Breaking, man. LeBron's getting to the basket. LeBron gets to the basket and dunks the basketball. Oh my God. Look at that. Oh my God, that's not happening to LeBron. Yeah, he did. He ran out of gas. Look at him. Get that out of here, man. He ran out of gas. Look.
For 32.
He ran out of gas.
Later to get started, carrying 5 fouls. Jordan from 16.
Look. There you go. A free throw. He made a free throw. Offensive foul. Come on, Jordan. He's tired. Go left, Mike. Go left. Oh my God, look. LeBron is dunking that, man.
Broadway in the springtime in New York. Jordan with 50.
He can't go left. Look at him dribble all the way to the right side. Look at this.
With 34. Starts with 5 fouls. Jordan's fadeaway block.
Oh my God, man.
Working on Starks. Got him in the air. Michael Jordan. Team Jordan. If they if you double team, they're going to spot up. Michael finds the open.
Oh my God,
That's
bro.
funny.
That is hilarious, bro. I don't know what to tell y'all, but that right there, LeBron James is dominating that defense. That's 95.
Yeah.
Okay, LeBron James in his mid-30s, or not in mid-30s. How old was Jordan
31.
then? 31?
That's what I was looking up.
LeBron?
So Jordan is 31 that year. So LeBron's 31.
32. He was 32. That was 95. He was 32.
So
LeBron 32 was where was LeBron at? LeBron was
championship.
See?
where did he win versus the Cavs? With the Cavs, was he?
They with the Cavs.
When he won when he had
16-17 season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I don't see what defense they doing. I don't see what they doing.
Just let them shoot.
Yeah, Jordan can't get to the Jordan can't get to the basket, man. A lot of contested shots, and when he gets hot, it's good. But when it's not hot, which was a lot of the time, especially in that era, it ain't gonna help.
What helps LeBron the most? What helps LeBron the most is illegal defense.
Illegal defense.
You saw Jordan in the post. Nobody was guarding. He 1-on-1. Without the second man coming from the weak side and just hovering right there. Come on, now. The players today would have loved illegal defense. I wish they would go back to the league defense today.
I mean, teams average 160 points a game, so they can't do that. It's not like, that the 90s when they didn't have
3-point shots will actually go down.
Yeah, like these players are too skilled to do that nowadays.
3-point shots will actually go down. Hey, I can get right to the bucket. 3 layups.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, at the end of the day, whatever Jordan was doing there, LeBron could do, especially at 31 years old. And LeBron's better at getting to the basket, so they would have been in trouble. They wouldn't be able to do nothing versus LeBron James. None of those guys on the Knicks could guard LeBron James. Patrick Ewing would have been poster after poster after poster. Embarrassed.
None of them could guard Pippen. So
And that's an older Patrick Ewing, so it's not even like the early Patrick Ewing
So
who was just had the knee pad.
so LeBron's winning the championship in '88. He's winning the championship in '89. He's winning the championship in '90. He's winning the championship in '91, '92, '93, '94. So he would have 7 championships by now.
I said he's challenging Bill Russell. He's not even having a
And in
conversation.
'95, even if they lose Horace Grant, I still don't see how they can't make the NBA Finals. And I
I
don't think
mean,
the Houston Rockets were a better team in '95 than they were in '94. So I see them beating them in '94, '95 as well. And then they get Rodman,
Houston was, Houston was the
and mind
worst
you,
team.
I think Kukoc shows up when he gets drafted in '90. He doesn't even wait until '94 to
they
come.
definitely get Tony Kukoc because he was on nobody's radar but Jerry Krause. So
Yeah, no,
He
but he
got
didn't come.
drafted.
Remember
He
they
got
tried to
drafted
pitch
in
for him to
'90.
LeBron would have asked for
yeah,
him to come. LeBron would have been more than humble and more than gracious to say, "Yeah, come play with us." Jordan didn't want to do that. Pippen didn't do that.
yeah. I
So
mean,
he felt comfortable playing in his home. As soon as Jordan left, he came. So he would have came from '91. So he would have been there from there. So they would have been winning championships. So that means he would have had Kukoc from '91 on. Again '96 would have added Rodman. They would have added Harper, Longley, all these great players. Now it's a watered down NBA. The expansion era completely expanded
yeah.
to the 29 teams. They're easily winning championships 96, 97, 98. He's winning 11 straight championships. He's passing Sir Bill Russell off that top right there, and he's matching Bill Russell at 98. And he's not retiring in 98.
Just think of the teams that would have gave him trouble.
So '99 is a shortened season.
None. There's not a team in the East or the West that I can see giving. And once he has Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant, nah.
I mean, because last year at 40 years old, LeBron James would have been the best player in the 90s. So he would have dominated for 20 years straight as well.
Yeah. He would have. That's what I'm saying. He would have been. He would have been playing well into the. Now the teams that would have started threatening him would have been the Lakers. It would have been like, okay, now the
Yeah,
2000
yeah. As
Lakers
soon as
coming.
Shaq and Kobe got it together,
Yeah, Shaq
I'm
and
not sure
Kobe.
about that first
That's
year.
yeah.
I'm not sure
But
about that first year, but that second year, 2001, I think the LeBron era would have been done, but LeBron would have been in his 40s by that time. You're close to it.
Hey, with 12, 13 championships, cool, cool.
but 12 in a row. By then he would have had 12 in a row. Then if you saying he would have won 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98. 99 would have been the question. Does he win 99 with Tim Duncan and them and what they were doing? Does he
Yeah,
beat the
I mean, I
Spurs?
think he could. I mean,
that's a
he could
short.
have.
It's a
It
short
wasn't
season.
like there was prime David Robinson at the moment, and Tim Duncan took over.
So right, so and you still got Prime Pippen as all NBA. I mean, all defensive first team. All that's still happening. You still have the whole championship roster because nobody leaves. Rodman doesn't leave. Kerr doesn't leave. All those guys stay because they're winning championships. So you win in '99. You win in 2000. So yeah, you 13-time champion in a row.
So let me bring up
Oh, that's another thing too.
Adrian's
Does does
comment.
does
Let me
Phil
bring it up.
does Phil Jackson even leave to where Shaq has Phil Jackson to win championships?
No,
All right,
no.
so Adrian said if you factor in the death of his father, you have to give LeBron his father. Well, LeBron wouldn't be playing with the mob. LeBron got common sense. And for two, Jordan said that he was going to quit before his father passed away. So Jordan was going to quit anyways. From Jordan's mouth, he said he was going to quit anyway. So
God damn,
we
LeBron
can't
don't
really
even
say
got a
he's happy with his
father.
father.
LeBron don't even got
You
a
do.
father to
I'm not.
lose.
I was waiting
I
on
mean,
Get
but
Bron.
LeBron
damn.
parent. You have to get LeBron parents since Jordan has parents, but LeBron James would not
Uh,
have quit anyways, and he wouldn't be in with the mob
Lord
as
have
well. So
mercy.
LeBron
Lord
got
have,
more sense than Michael Jordan. We all know Jordan's not that bright.
oh my God, what a pretentious guy, man. What's wrong with you, man?
I
Golly.
mean, that's a pretty reasonable question. I mean, pretty reasonable, but I don't think LeBron James would be trying to gamble with the mob, and he wouldn't want to quit after
Gambling with the
'93
mob.
because of his there's too much pressure. LeBron wants the pressure.
He gambling with the mob. Oh my God! Yeah. See, look. Yeah, you added Jordan's personal life into it. Now we gotta include Jordan's vices,
Now,
right? We gotta
now we
include
gotta
it.
tell
Yeah,
him why LeBron James
yeah,
would be better at that.
yeah,
I mean, that's a
yeah.
very,
That's true.
very valid question.
All right, that's very valid. That
Very
is very
valid
valid.
question.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
The
yeah,
biggest
yeah.
valid thing is no social media.
LeBron James being the triple double king alongside Magic Johnson every night while doing 30, because Magic's not gonna be doing with 30.
No, it would have been easier for LeBron because the players just wasn't that skilled at the time. They were very slow, and it's not like LeBron James was given this injection as a baby or something. That's why he's this good. No, he would have been where he was at 21 in the NBA in 1980, and the same is like he wasn't there yet, so he would have still been 6'8", 250. That's just LeBron James. This is how God made him.
Think about LeBron on the Dream Team. Hey, if you want to bring
Well,
up everything,
that's
bring
the
up
problem
everything.
though too. You can't give LeBron James Jordan parents. They didn't have the genetic genes that created LeBron James. So you have to give LeBron James his parents and his absent father. So that's what it is. I mean, the reason LeBron James who he is because of Gloria James and his father, whoever his father is out there. So no, LeBron James, yes, he's going to be LeBron James. He didn't lose his father because of his indiscretions in his personal life.
All right, Adrian again. So some good questions. He said, "So is will Phil get hired?" Well, we already know
That is,
Jerry Krause would
that's a
already
great
have been
question.
there.
That's a great
What
no because
happens
they
to
would
Doug
have been
Collins?
they would have been winning since '88. So does Doug Collins still get fired
No,
because he has LeBron James?
If they would have did
Nah,
whatever Jerry Krause wanted them to do.
I think I think eventually Doug Collins would have left and they would have handed it over to Phil because Phil was there in '88 as well. So
that he
yeah, I
was.
think yeah.
So the whole point was to bring Phil anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah, so Phil
that's
Phil
what he wanted.
eventually would have been yeah, Phil would have eventually been the coach, which is why he still would have been the coach by '99, 2000. And he wouldn't have been on the Lakers. Because I don't think Doug Collins would have coached the whole stint.
Said Phil don't like LeBron. Man, he don't like LeBron because he's better than Jordan now. That's all it is.
What? Who says he doesn't like LeBron? Wow. What kind of damn? What do y'all be running to? My God, Lord have mercy, man. Y'all some old emotional ass men, boy. Y'all stay bringing up emotions.
LeBron can't play in the triangle. He's too limited to play off the ball.
What does off the ball mean? What does that mean? Play off the ball.
They don't know what that means. They don't know what that
LeBron
means.
can't. LeBron can't run around screens.
They
What does
don't know
that
what that
mean?
means.
That was something Lamont was asking the other night. That what did you mean he can't play off the ball? What does that mean? Playing off the
Okay,
ball is easier than playing on the ball.
They
what
don't
proof?
understand that.
What proof that he can't play off ball? I just want to know the proof.
I mean, did he average 30 points with Russ
What is he doing right now?
and shot
LeBron,
like 52% from the field? Like
LeBron,
I don't know
LeBron
what that's supposed
averaged
to mean.
LeBron averaged 30 at 21 off the ball. When
What's
LeBron
he
James
doing
was
right
in
now?
Cleveland, when they were in Cleveland in 2006, LeBron James was not on the ball. He was off the ball, and he was averaging 30 in a dead ball era.
Ain't he
He's a
playing
lob threat.
basketball?
How can you be a lob threat and not be considered good off the ball? He's a rim runner. How is he not off the ball threat? He can cut. How is he not off the ball threat? He can run around screens. How is he not an
You
off the ball threat?
look what he did with the Heat. He wasn't on the ball all the time.
Thank you.
He
They got
averaged
He's
27 on 56% shooting.
when
in
they think off
transition,
ball,
best
they think
transition
Reggie
player in
Miller,
NBA
Steph
history.
Curry.
No, they think Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan. They don't think
No, I'm
Reggie
saying
Miller.
just
Nobody
off
sits here.
ball.
Nobody. Yeah, no, they don't think they won't mention Reggie Miller. That's catch and shoot. That's not what they're talking about. Playing off the ball is as having an offense set up for you so that you can catch the ball in a sweet spot to you for you to do your thing.
No,
Not the
off the
catch and
ball to
shoot.
them means posting up and getting the ball in your hands and shooting. That's what off the ball means to them.
Okay.
That's all they know.
Yeah. And LeBron James
Off
could
the
post
ball
up
is
all
not
he wants to
cutting.
in the 1900s. He post up all he wants to in the
Off the
1900s.
ball is not cutting. Off the ball is not setting screens. Off the ball is posting up, putting your hand up, and catching the ball and shooting. That's what off the ball means to them.
That's exactly what it means to them. Yep.
So what you saying? LeBron would have averaged over 30. Okay.
Oh, LeBron's definitely averaging over 30. Again, he averaged
I
30 at 21. He's the youngest
I
player
tell
in
you this.
NBA history to average 30 points. Not to
Phil
mention the oldest,
Jackson.
like what he said.
Phil Jackson doesn't need to come to LeBron and tell him he doesn't need to average 35.
I don't think LeBron wants to average 30 in the first place, so that's not even an issue.
That's
Again,
LeBron takes advantage of mismatches.
Phil Jackson would have loved the LeBron James because exactly what he was trying to make Michael Jordan.
I mean, he's the ideal basketball player that when basketball was created, LeBron was the ideal basketball player. Someone who could do everything on the court effectively and efficiently, every position, and unselfish. I mean, he's literally the perfect basketball player and had the greatest career. And they're going around saying he's not the GOAT.
it sounds
Seems
like
like
the
they
GOAT
got
to
to keep
me.
saying it so they can start believing it. Like
I
they
mean, the
don't.
thing is, like, Jordan fans and LeBron haters would agree that his career has been great. They only want to bring up the six finals losses as the reason why he's not the GOAT. But they would confirm that he had the greatest basketball career. That's how idiotic they are.
Yeah, they would contradict themselves just to try to make Jordan better.
Even the dumb one said, "Well, it took LeBron James 23 years to pass Jordan in scoring." Like, yeah,
23 years. No, he didn't. He passed Jordan in scoring in what? After 16 years.
yeah, years. I mean,
Isn't it?
they just don't know basketball. They
they,
think
they
LeBron
still
James
think we
never won a title. They said all these stats and no titles do not make you the GOAT.
Now, I
they
like
still
these Esties, man. They fight hard. They fight hard for their GOAT.
Ooh, man, they be fighting. Man, they
They be
fight
fighting
hard.
hard for their GOAT. They fight hard for their GOAT. You gotta give them props for that. They fight hard for their GOAT. But like I said, we got footage, man. Again, LeBron James at a younger age was better than Jordan. At an older age was better than Jordan. In his peak, he was better than Jordan. In a tougher NBA with way much more defensive strategies, LeBron James in the 80s and the 90s basketball with Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant, Craig Hodges, John Paxson, Cartwright, even with Oakley, they're good. They're good as a team. Getting Tony Kukoc, adding a Stacey King, all these guys, Brad Sellers, all would have been better basketball players playing alongside LeBron James. They would have had no trouble. That's what Bill Laimbeer was saying. Like LeBron James knew how to play the game in his inception. He understood the team concept of basketball. Jordan had to learn
well,
that eventually,
Oakley said he would have preferred to play with LeBron than Jordan. These Oakley words. These ain't mine.
for sure.
They, they asked Glenn Rice what's the one player that he would have loved to play with. Just guess who that player was.
They said Kobe said the same thing.
Right, yeah. Who's the first? Kobe said. They said who was the first player you picked? LeBron James.
They got mad at me when I did the live about the best player, right, Brandon? So I did the live about the best player in the world, right, or the best player in the league, because that's subjective. There's really no real like official title of the best player in the league, right? So, and you know me, I think the league MVP denotes that you're the best player in the league, hands down. That's what you were for that season. We only can go by season. So by season basis, to me, the league MVP makes you the best player, right? But since there's no best title, official title, I said, well, look, we all like to talk about who's the best player, right? We can have our opinions. There's nothing wrong with that. So I said, for me, it's the player who is the most desired player in the league. So basically, all the GMs would rather have this player on their roster, and all the players would rather have this player as their teammate. And like I said, from '08 to 2019, 2020, LeBron James was the best player in the league. Like there was no other player that you would rather play with or have as a player on your team. He's the number one guy. And y'all just stated here that all these players would say that they would rather play with LeBron James.
With the problem
I
with what
mean,
you
I
said,
mean,
08, Jerry West did an interview before 08 saying he would rather have LeBron than Kobe. This is Jerry
I
West
mean, just what when did LeBron stop being that best player in the league?
in the middle of the
What year was it?
2020, in the middle of
Giannis,
the
Gian, 20.
2021
I would
season.
say 2020 or 2021. I would
It's,
give Giannis
I
2020.
think when Solomon Hill
yes, yes.
rolled on his ankle was the last time he was the best player in the league. Because up until that, he was the front runner for the MVP. They had the best
MVP.
record in the league. After that, that's what happened.
Yep, that was the last year he was the best player. It was in the middle,
And when
right when
and
Solomon,
what was the first year? You would think like hands down the first year.
hands down. I say '07.
I mean, like I said, I would argue 2020. You want to give it to LeBron today, and 2021 it would have been Giannis. And I guess Giannis would be 2021 and 2022. Then Joker's 2023 and 2024. But I don't know. Like right now, I think Wemby's the best player in the league. Like it's crazy because I hate to say you were the best player for 1 year. You had to be the best player for multiple years. You have to be able to hold it down. But again, there's no official title. There's no official title criteria for this. So this is always a great conversation. But I never thought that people actually took their opinion on who's the best player in the league as an actual fact. Like I thought that you just understood that was just how you felt. Like I didn't know people thought that that was like an official title that they thought that everybody should accept. Like you know what I'm saying? Which is kind of weird to me. But you know, it is what it is.
I think in 2005, every GM would have wanted LeBron James on their team.
I don't know. I still think Tim Duncan probably would have been the guy at that time.
You said every GM. I'm just going off that word. I think in 2005,
Yeah, I think.
every GM.
Yeah, I'm saying in 2005, I think Tim Duncan was that player. I think Tim Duncan was the player that
I
everybody
think
wanted.
LeBron was 2008. After that finals
Yeah, eight.
run,
That's what
I
I say.
think
Eight.
that
Yeah,
changed everything. I think that
that's
changed
what it is to
everything
me
after that
too.
finals run. And
It is
they had to
2008 for
start
me.
loading up on teams just to stop them. So 2008, even though I think Kobe won the MVP that year, I think it was 2008 to 21.
Yeah, and
So
that's how I feel about it
14
too. So
seasons.
So,
That's
so who's the
14
best
yeah,
player?
seasons.
So who's the best player in the league in 2007?
Tim Duncan to me.
Not Kobe.
No, not
It would be
Kobe
a
was never
toss
the
up
best player in the
between
league.
Duncan and Kobe. It would definitely be a toss up between Duncan and Kobe. I think most would have chose Kobe.
So who the best player in 2006?
Kobe then.
I
It
just
would
said
have to be Kobe. It would have to be Kobe
can't
because
be
to me,
Kobe.
Shaq was the best player in the league to '04. After '04, between '05 and '07, to me was Tim Duncan.
Yeah, after '04, I believe that got taken away from Shaq after that finals series when they knew, oh, well, Shaq is not that unstoppable. And it wasn't even Shaq's fault, but that was the narrative that, okay, Shaq needed help. Before then, Shaq was just averaging 40 points in the finals, and it was just a closed
A
case. And then in
landslide. Yeah.
2003, when they lost, that took a big dent. But then again, next year he came back and they thought he was going to do the same thing. So I think '04. So '05, it had to be Duncan because that
05
was
was
Kobe's first year without Shaq. And I don't think no one knew that. No one figured Kobe was the best player in the league at that time after that
Kobe
final.
didn't. Kobe didn't play
So
enough
Kobe had
games
what?
to play
Kobe
enough.
had literally 2 years as being the best, maybe.
He didn't play enough games the next year because he ended up getting hurt.
No,
So
I'm
I
just
won't
saying,
give
like
him those titles.
going into 2005, Kobe wasn't going to be the best player. Like I don't think that was going to be the narrative. It was Duncan. Duncan just won the title, so I think Duncan was clearly that.
Yeah, I
I
got like I
mean,
said, from
he won
'05
it.
to
Oh,
'07 is Duncan, and like I said, then it's from there LeBron takes over.
so you're saying Kobe was never
Unfortunate for
considered the best
Kobe.
player? That's what you're saying.
Yeah,
I've
Kobe's
he was
never
always
never
considered
said
better
the
than
best
he
player.
was never better than Shaq and Kobe and LeBron. That's the problem for me. Like
I
LeBron
always say it
and
wasn't a
Ascension
year.
came in, his time just came at a wrong time. It just
I
came at a
always
wrong
say
time for Kobe.
I always say it was never a year Kobe was the best player in the league.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know it is. It is. But I wouldn't be mad when people say because like I talked to Lo about it, and Lo was saying Kobe was the best player to like '08. So for like '05 to '08, he has Kobe. But there's those that say Kobe was the best from '05 to 10. And in my mind, we're like, okay, well, Why it
Yeah.
stops at 10 then? If you go all the way to 10, why does it stop at 10? How did he lose being the best player title in 2011? Like what happened in 2011 that Kobe's no longer the best player in the world? And who took it from him? It can't be LeBron. If LeBron didn't take it from him in 09 and 10, how did he take it from him in 11? So, yeah, I don't know. So, that's not my call.
I don't think he's the best. I don't understand the argument for him being the best player in '05, but
All right. So we all agreed LeBron James playing in Jordan's era, being drafted in 84, whether it's at 18, 19, 20, or 21, he's winning at least Bill Russell's amount of championships or more, correct? And
yeah,
he's definitely
yeah.
winning from 88 on.
He's the only person who could challenge Bill Russell.
He wins. He wins 12 championships and he has 7 to 8 MVP.
Is there
I
any
just
other
think
player that can do that? Is there any other player that we know could Kobe do that?
In that era,
Yes. Can Kobe
because
win
it had
like
to be that
LeBron
era,
did?
because that was literally the easiest era to play in.
okay. So what's your question? What could Kobe have done? What could he have done?
Well, I mean, let's think about it. All right. So let's say Kobe gets drafted at 20 years old. Let's just say he plays 2 years in college. So he gets drafted at 20 in 1984. He's a shooting guard, so everything falls in line. By the time they get to Scottie Pippen, there's no argument. He doesn't have the Shaq issue.
Well, one, the argument he's never been the best player in the league goes away because he becomes the best player in the league because LeBron's not there.
No, he's doing what Jordan doing. He's not breaking his foot in '86 as well. So he's
Oh, you
from the
talking about?
beginning,
Okay, you talking about? Okay, no, Kobe doesn't do the same thing.
but he doesn't do what LeBron does with Pippen and all that. He
Oh,
doesn't do all that. Eventually,
doesn't have.
Doug Collins does get fired because no, that's what I'm saying. Do the Pistons stifle Kobe like they stifled Mike?
And Adrian said that Kobe's career changed dramatically without Michael Jordan. I think that's true. I don't know about LeBron James. I don't know why LeBron James' career would change.
Yeah, because who does Kobe pattern his game after? Who was Kobe Bryant without Michael Jordan?
Yeah, that's Jordan.
Yeah, so that comment is great because it's half true, but yeah, who is Kobe Bryant without Michael Jordan? So no, I don't think we put Kobe in that conversation.
You don't put Kobe in that
Kobe's career
conversation.
do change without Jordan.
It changed a lot.
Nah, I don't know, man. Again, y'all get mad at us all y'all want to. Y'all just got to explain it to us.
I mean, the biggest question about Kobe: what if he never gets traded to the Lakers? Plays for Charlotte, Bobcat.
I mean, if Kobe never get traded to the Lakers, his career would be better.
The individual stats are better.